Hey there, welcome back to my channel. It's Abby. If you're new to my channel, visit me for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by and welcome. Now on this channel, I talk about all things life and style. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some decorative items that I recently picked up from HomeGoods. Now these items are pieces that I specifically chose because I knew that I wanted to go in a slightly different direction than where I had been in the past in terms of how I decorated my space. As some of you already know, I have moved. If you haven't seen my empty apartment tour, which is really short and kind of, simple and quick, you should check it out. I'll link it up above somewhere here and also definitely down below. So I knew that I wanted to definitely have a cleaner, more streamlined sort of look in this particular apartment. And, it took me a while to sort of understand what my style is, and I'm still kind of defining that. It's sort of a fusion of a couple of things, definitely modern, a little bit of Afro-centric, a bit of Scandinavian, and definitely Japandi. So that's kind of what my style is, and my color range is usually gray, neutrals, whites, beige, browns, neutral tones with hints of obviously gold. And when I think of silver or gray in my color palette, is very fast, right? So it could be your normal stainless steel appliances to a gray couch to something that's a little bit more gunmetal-y. So I think the color range is really wide and you can do a lot of things. Same things with neutrals and brown tones. And obviously I love gold accents and then the pops of black. So that's kind of like what my aesthetics is. And then I really love to throw in as much greenery as I can, pop in here and there in specific locations. So I'm trying to bring all of those different color palettes and a specific look in mind. And so it's not very straightforward. So this is not a sponsored video, but I thought why not share some items that I picked up in case you're interested in incorporating some of these into your space. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So the first item that I'm going to show you is one that I plan to use in a variety of ways. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use it for, but I picked it up because I know it's multifunctioning. I can use it in, let's say, my bathroom. I can use it in my bedroom. It can be used to organize, makeup brushes, smaller personal or facial items. It can also be used in the kitchen to organize or hold things like utensils, using utensils, especially if you're hosting someone. But it can also be used in an office space to house pencils and pens and Post-its and potentially any smaller sort of office supply items like maybe a mini stapler or something like that. So this next item is a painting from Marmont Hill. Now Marmont Hill has an online website, so you can definitely go there and check out some other options. But when I found this particular painting, I really loved it because why? It has several features that I really want to pull into my space. It has this really beautiful dark skin colored female with florals in her hair and then hints of maroon, lighter maroon and sort of darker maroon. And I really love that because one thing that I've realized for me is that I really do love to pull in floral elements in sort of my space. There's something about it that really appeals to me. And so this particular painting just really spoke to me when I saw it. And I also really love the foil detail. I really think that that pulls in and highlights that gold pop that I want every so often sprinkled throughout my space. So I think it's going to work cohesively. I have some ideas about where I want to put it and how I want to sort of design the area that it's going to be, but it's really still a work in progress, but it is a great painting. So if you're interested in a similar painting like this, I've linked below where you can find some similar ones. This one retailed for about $25, but when I searched online to find some similar ones, they retail for about the same all the way up to $100 and about $30 or $40. But most of the ones that you will find linked below are sort of in more of the $45, $35 range. So the next item on the list is the Selenite Tower. It also is known as a crystal tower and a few other names. I will make sure to link all of the possible names associated with this Selenite Tower in the description box below. I got mine for about $30 at HomeGoods, so I really think that that was a steal. Now, the things I love about this particular Selenite Tower is the understated and sort of subtle gradient in colors. So it's a more like an ivory, you can see tones of like a really, really light beigey brown at the bottom, and then it gradually starts to, as you kind of go up the tower, the color changes to an ivoryish type of white. And I really think that if you have really interesting lighting in your space, it will bounce off and capture those elements. So I just love this particular piece because it has this organic kind of geometric shape to it that again is part of my style aesthetics, and I was really happy when I found it at HomeGoods and I just snatched one right up. I initially thought of doing two, but I just decided to get one because again I want to have some odd interesting pieces sprinkled out throughout interesting places or specific places in my apartment. So the last couple of items are centered around vases. So I picked up about 3 different vases because they really spoke to me in very specific ways, and I had some ideas again about what I was going for, and I didn't want anything that didn't have a certain level of texture or character to it. So let me go ahead and show you the 3 vases I'm talking about. So this particular vase, I'm not sure it's really a vase, but it was in the vase section. It sort of reminds me of like a mini trash can. Definitely can't put water in it. But one of the things I really love about this particular vase, as I've decided to classify it, it has these grooves, kind of ripply grooves that I really like, which adds character to the piece. It also has a marble-like texture to it, which I just also adore. And I think it works well in a variety of places and spaces around my home. I'm planning on putting this one in the bathroom because I have a certain idea of how I want to kind of decorate that space. I think it's going to be a little bit challenging, but I'm looking forward to how to make my space a more decorative and inviting space. Okay, so the next item is, as I mentioned, also a vase. This one is more of a fluted type vase. It reminds me of a vase I saw by Kelly Westergate, but that particular vase retailed for over $8,000, which blew my mind. So I remember seeing that particular vase and thinking, oh my God, I love the aesthetics of it. Is tapered at the bottom and then goes up into what I like to call sort of a heart-like shape. And I really like the fluting around the vase. So when I was thinking about what I wanted, I knew I wanted something like that. And when I saw this particular vase at HomeGoods, I thought, wow, what a steal, because it retailed for about $25. So you can imagine over $1,000 for a vase versus $25 and some change. You really can't beat that. I really love the aesthetics of it. As you can see, I have an arrangement currently in there, but it's not permanent. I just wanted to put something in there to kind of understand what the options were in terms of how I could use this particular vase. So I think I'm also going to try some fresh flowers or some faux flowers, depending on if the vase can handle something with water. So that's something I also need to test. Can I actually put water in there and put fresh flowers? If I can't, no big deal. I will do faux flowers or something like pampas grass. And I will link where you can pick a similar one up at Decor a Home, I believe, if you can't find it at a HomeGoods or if you don't have a HomeGoods near you. Okay, so let's move on to the last vase. So the last vase, as you can see, is just absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't find another one like that at HomeGoods. It was the only one there. I remember when I picked it up and my sister saw it, she was like, where did you get it? And I was like, there's no other one like that. I adore this vase because of the textures. Again, it has this sort of like round, ripply type texture that goes around the entire shape of the vase. And I like that it has this opening. It's very easy to carry and hold. And I, again, put a particular dried eucalyptus in there just to, again, get a sense of what it could do. I actually like the dried eucalyptus in there. But I do think that I've realized there's a particular sort of shape that works well for the vase. You kind of need to have this sort of like C-type leaning type look for whatever is going to go in there. So again, I don't know if I'm going to try pampas grass or maybe some sort of faux leafy type plant or something like that that I can put in it that has a more cascading kind of lazy fall feel. So I still have to figure that out. But this particular vase is absolutely gorgeous. It says that it was made in Portugal. It retailed for, I believe, about either $25 to $30. And if I can find a similar one, I will link it down below for sure. Again, I will find either exactly the same ones or a similar one that you can also pick up if you're interested in. But honestly, of all the vases that I picked up from HomeGoods that day, this is by far my favorite one. I can't wait to style it, and I do believe that I plan to put it right on my kitchen countertop, just because I adore it so much, and I think it works well with sort of the neutral tones, because it's more like an ivory beige type feel, and it has these sort of spots there that I think work with the granite countertops that I have in my kitchen. So I'm excited to again find the best way to bring that into the space and make the rest of the elements that I plan to add into my kitchen and my kitchen countertop, my sink area, really flow together and be cohesive, as I like to say. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this quick show and tell of items that I picked up from HomeGoods. Again, if you have any questions for any of these, drop that down for me in the comment box below. In the description box below will be linked all the items that are linkable, either exact ones or similar ones, so that you can pick them up if you're interested as well. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so that you're up to date when I post new videos and you never miss a new one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.